Okay, hi girls and boys. I thought that because it's a little bit windy outside and there has been some rain that we might make something inside that could be fun that you can then do an activity with later for me. So we're going to make some Play-Doh and there's not a lot of ingredients that you need. However, if you don't have these ingredients at home, don't pester mum and dad to go to the shops. It's okay, you don't need to make it. So the first thing we're going to do is we need some plain flour, some vegetable oil, some warm water, some salt, and some food colouring, and I've chose yellow to be nice and bright. So what we need to do is we need to put in the dry ingredients first. So that means we need 3 cups of plain flour. So when we talk about cups, I'm going to fill it right to the top. Okay, and I've got this bowl, but if I need to, I've got a bigger bowl to transfer it into. So we're going to have 3 of these. And when we say 3 cups, it means it needs to be nice and level on top. So there's 1. Oh, Mrs. Mac, it might overflow. Let's hope not. So 3 cups of plain flour. Oh, I don't know what it's like at your house, but it's really windy at my house today and I can hear the wind outside. There's 2. And here is 3. Okay. It's easier to use with the spoon because I don't really want it to go everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to level that off to make sure I've got 3. So there's 3. I am making a little bit of a mess, but it's okay. So I've got 3 cups of plain flour. And I have to add 1 whole cup of salt. So I've already measured this one out and I'm going to pour it in there like that. And I'm actually going to stir this around, the salt and the flour. I'm going to do that before I add my oil in. Now, I need 60 mils of oil, vegetable oil. So I have got this tablespoon, and on my tablespoon it says 1 tablespoon, but it says 20 mils. So if I add 20 plus 20 plus 20, that gives me 60. So 3 lots of 20. So I'm going to measure these out. So there's 1, 2, 3. There's 3. That was my cane in the background being silly. So I just gave him a head shake. All right, so now we have to, I'm just going to use my little spoon here. We have to mix this together. So the oil needs to mix in. So this is a dry Play-Doh that you can make that doesn't need cooking. I used to make one when my boys were little on the stove, and I used to cook that for them. But Aaliyah brought some Play-Doh in earlier in the term that we got to use, and hopefully when we go back we might actually make this all together in class and do an activity with it. So I'm going to use my big wooden spoon now because it could get a little bit messy. So what you have to do now is you have to get 250 mils of warm water, not hot, warm, and you're going to add some colouring to that. And I chose yellow. It looks like it's coming out red, but I chose yellow because I thought, oh, we need to be nice and bright. So I'm just going to mix this around, and then I'm going to pour it in. Oh wow, look at that. Oops. And I'm going to be very gentle that I don't put this everywhere, which I just did. So I'm going to very gently stir this. Very gently. Stir it because it's a bit gooey. Goodness me, that cane. He's got to get on his Zoom soon. He's got to do his schoolwork too. All right. So I'm stirring this all in. Oops, dropped my spoon. Stirring it all in, and it needs to be stirred together very well so that all the colours mixed in and all the flour and all the salts mixed in so that you have beautiful Play-Doh. Now what they say is a baker kneads his dough. So this is a bit like bread dough, but it's our Play-Doh. So when we knead it, it means we rub it all in together. And I'm going to show you what I mean in a minute by that. So I'm going to mix this in a bit more. It's getting a little bit gooey, a little bit sticky, which is great. All right. It's getting tough to mix. It's all sticking together. Okay, so I'm just going to stir this. Now, what I want you to do with your finished Play-Doh is, because we've been talking about habitats in our integrated study, I would really like you to build for me a habitat out of your Play-Doh. So you might like to do a jungle, you might like to do the desert and do some desert animals, you might like to do the Arctic. Now I'm going to turn mine upside down here on my bench and make a big mess and move that other road. So what we do now is we knead it. So it means we push it down all together so that it's all sticking together and we can use it. So here is my bright yellow Play-Doh that you may like to make at home. Now if you do make some Play-Doh, and then go and make a habitat and put animals in it, can you upload a picture for me, please, so that I can have a look and I can share it with the class. Now I'm just going to get all these rest of these little bits and I'm going to put it in together. And here is my Play-Doh ready to go, ready to be used. So I hope you enjoyed that quick little Play-Doh lesson. When we get back to school, we're probably going to do this in groups and we'll be able to build stuff. So have a good day. I'm loving all your work that you're uploading. Keep up the good work and can't wait to see what you're doing this afternoon. Bye.